It's big business coaching children to pass the test for grammar school. There are only 163 such schools in England at the moment, but the government does plan to open more. Critics say grammars only benefit wealthier families, which is why the government says they must do more to appeal to what they describe as ordinary working families.
This will be a new model of grammars, truly open to all. We will insist on that, and it will reflect the choices of local parents and communities.
Labour changed the law in 1998 to prevent any new grammar schools being built, saying they only helped the privileged few.
Unfortunately, grammar schools are not open to everyone and they're selective in their nature, and the evidence, all the evidence suggests that people from working class backgrounds don't get into grammar schools. You have to pay for private tuition to get into them, and they're a closed shop for most children, and that actually a comprehensive system is the best way forward.
This graph shows average GCSE results. It starts at the left, where we have the results for children in the poorest neighbourhoods, moving to the right, where we have the richest.
There are two really important points, I think. The first is that virtually no poor children, those children from the bottom 25% of the population, get into grammar schools. So they're a bad vehicle for social mobility. And that's because most of the big disadvantages for young children from poor backgrounds emerge before they even take those tests at the age of 11. The other thing that we found, looking at the department's own information and looking at grammar school and non-grammar school areas, is that it is true that grammar schools have a small beneficial impact for the pupils who get in. Unfortunately, the more grammar school places you have, the more there is a disbenefit for the children who don't get into them, most of whom are from those poor backgrounds.
There are grammar schools which work very hard to help the most deprived elements of community. In Folkestone, Folkestone School for Girls, 20% of its cohort are in receipt of pupil premium funds.
That's very unusual, of course. It's about 10 times the national average. Most grammar schools educate virtually no poor children.